Hey, welcome everybody to class 2 of Grow Your Own Way, April 2026. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to be in these classes. They're very much like living transmissions. If your body needs to move, let it. If emotions surface, the invitation is to allow them. Feel it to heal it, move through it. Use your breath as a modulator. Turning it up, down, faster, slower, so that you maintain your autonomy over the process. And of course, keep what resonates and dismantle the rest. And even what you keep, the invitation is to eventually dismantle that too. Let's begin just with breathing into the bodies, finding the spine, following the breath, tracking inside through the nostrils. I always like to imagine I'm flying through my nostrils into my skull. The breath transcends space, time, matter, and form. So every time we breathe, we're linking directly into the forces of the universe, forces of creation. Welcome. And in that inhale, you can go on a diagonal back towards behind the eyes and up into the pineal gland. And just start opening, purifying, bringing light to the pineal, and spreading to the pituitary, and then flooding through the body. That's one way to travel through the body on the breath. You can also just keep filling the skull. Still recommend you clean up the pineal. Travel on the breath down through the skull and into the spine. Begin to spiral down through the spine. Let your imagination flow. The body loves to participate. It's very much a class on getting deeper into the body. We really want to be inside of our bodies so we can bring what we're learning into this dimension, into this reality to help manifest new timelines, creative solution-based frequencies. Our action follows intention. Action follows intention. Awesome. There's a little bit of a review in this warm-up from class 1, accessing the body as a sacred site, as a temple. We played with 3 stations yesterday, the skull, the pineal area, the temple of consciousness. So use your breath. Imagine, sense, feel that skull starting to open, to bloom, to unfold. Check what you're streaming. You do not have to be looking at the screen or me to be in the class. So go ahead and just really go into your own body here. Unfolding the temple of consciousness, drinking in, streaming in universal light, creation force energy. Whatever your intention is to stream today in this moment as you're waking. Second temple, good job opening that, is the temple in the heart space, temple of the heart, the human heart, the energy heart. So go right into the organ. Same with the pineal gland, go right into the organ. It's really supporting your human body. Beautiful. Just breathe into the heart space, the chambers within the chambers. You can Guide your breath and your presence with your breath deep into the heart of your heart. So travel deep inside your heart. Heart, multidimensional, pineal, multidimensionals, lots of different directions you can stream your consciousness into the organ. Third temple in the body we were playing with, the genital temple, rooting temple. Flowing the breath now down to the pelvis, into the pelvic floor. Using the breath to purify, cleanse, open, radiate. If you were not present for class one, we were using these points in the body and our breath to purify and cleanse out any frequencies, memories, imprints of others, programs, voices that have shaped us, experiences that have shaped us out of these temples. And so go ahead and do that now as part of our warm up. How we think, how we love, how we connect. Sensual, sexual, creative, emotional. Just keep claiming your human body as yours, unique, divine, sacred. Mine, mine, mine. And then all three of those stations in the body, go ahead and weave them together now, creating a whole temple. So let those centers link into each other. Use your breath, imagination, sense, feel, weave them together. So even though we were accessing them as separate locations in the body, they are not separate, they are whole. I'll just go ahead and start merging them into one. Up and down the spine. So the breath begins to travel up and down the spine. And through the skull is softening. Let it branch across the shoulders. Let it flood over the pelvis, down into the legs. Let your body participate. A lot of us have that programming where we have our eyes closed and we do this work, and I do it too, eyes closed. I'm also going to send the invitation out there for you to practice with your eyes open, eyes closed, eyes open, eyes closed, so that you can really get a sense of experiencing and being at this level of presence within your body and moving around and doing the dishes and taking the kids to school or whatever it is that you do. Level of mastery also comes with the ability to be here in ordinary life. Humility and humbleness, simplicity and ease. And notice if it shifts for you with your eyes open, can you still maintain that deep presence within? And just keep closing the eyes and then opening them. See if you can hold that presence, hold that breath awareness, full body awareness. Class two, lots of fun things to play with today. So just, and again, living transmissions, these classes, so they change every time I do them. Different elements. If you have a journal, I always recommend writing things down as opposed to typing things into another device. I'm old school like that. I love paper and pencils and books. So staying on the breath, but also having some, coming out of that partial trance state. We're going to do a little bit of spinal opening this morning. This is Stella. Stella's a medical grade model of the human spinal column. All right, Stella, this is a female version. Right? This is the pelvic floor, muscles of the pelvic floor. So you'll find actually in the body, I think there's 9, I could be wrong, there's 9 different diaphragms that can open and contract, expand and contract as we're breathing. Just showing you the tailbone here so you can get a sense of your own spinal column. Tailbone, sacrum, lumbar. Right, it's a little twisted there. Okay, 33 bones in the spine. Here's your occiput up top here. Thank you, Stella. This is, again, another medical grade. This is the skull. I was playing with it earlier this morning and my head fell apart. This is the occiput. This is the base of your skull as well. This is where your skull rests on top of your spine. Boop, there's a hole there. That's also a very important location in the body that you want to be able to travel to, cleanse, open, purify. So let's breathe now onto our spinal column. Let's travel to the tip of our tailbone, to the coccyx. There's lots of information and memory that can be stored in our spinal column. Ancestral history, planetary history. So just start breathing on the very tip of your tailbone. If you can't feel it, just imagine that you can. The more you practice, the more you'll feel. For this particular exercise, I do recommend that your spine be open with the ability to move. If you're lying down or resting the spine, that's fine as well. Just that suggestion. Just start seeing if you can feel, sense your breath expanding and contracting the pelvic floor. Expanding and contracting the pelvic floor. It's the anus and the perineum. Beautiful bowl. Just notice, eyes open, eyes closed. When I'm breathing, can I feel my anus? Can I access sensation in my perineum? To support you in starting to feel in this area, you can also clench and release the muscles in the pelvic floor. And the last few rounds we've done of Grow Your Own Way, I've noticed that the genital temple tends to be quite dense. It's a location that we don't travel to very much in general for purification, cleansing, amplification, openness, and connection, sensuality and innocence. There's been a lot of programs and harm and dissociation in this area, in this temple space. Keep claiming this area of your body as a temple as you breathe. When you inhale, it expands. When you exhale, it gently contracts. And for those of you who are ready and your spine is vertical, go ahead and you can start kind of grinding or imagining. Maybe grind is a bit too intense of a word. Sometimes I imagine there's a little pencil tip on the tip of my coccyx, and I just start drawing tiny little circles. Use your breath. And just imagine that and feel and try and circulate your coccyx here, even in sitting position. So if you're drawing a small circle on the chair, on the floor, on the cushion, whatever you're sitting on, and then switch directions and go the other way. You might find one direction is easier than the other. You may find that it's very difficult for you to move this area of your body. The more you practice, the stronger you'll get here in this embodied version of your tailbone. Now use your breath and kind of go up the spine a little bit. So now instead of just the tip of the tailbone, let's do the last three bones there. They're fused together. So as we spiral up, or I guess it's a spiraling motion, up each bone in the spine, and every time you go to the next spine, rotating it. Remember, in through the nostrils, you're bringing in creation force energy. So if you're feeling, notice what's coming up for you. Whatever's coming up for you, intend with your breath to help it shift, open, move, expand. We can have, if you have any spinal damage, of course, don't do anything if it hurts or if you have got an injury here, but this is also one way to heal your spine. And as you're breathing in, let the breath travel to the next area in the spine, keeping the lower spine open and moving. Keep switching directions. So for me now, that tiny little circle is getting bigger on the floor. I mean, lots of programming here around gyrating, undulating, moving the hips, opening the pelvis, and just keep breathing through all the taboos. Just keep breathing through all the taboos and liberate your spine. Keep traveling up the spinal column, wherever you are now, keep going up and up, using the breath. And as we're opening here, imagine now at the tip of your tailbone, we're multitasking, that your spinal column is like a straw. It can have roots that go right out at the tip down into the earth. You can also just imagine whatever your imagination wants to do. We're going to really use our imagination as a guide, as a friend, as an ally. So if you were never allowed to use your imagination or it got suppressed somehow in life, claim it. Claim my imagination and my ability to be creative. Phew. Now start drinking earth energy, not from the surface of the earth, but from deep, deep, deep in the earth, deep, deep, deep in the earth. And drink it up. Every inhale, you're drawing the earth energy up the spine. Let the spinal movement become intuitive. There it is. Yep, there it is. Keep drinking that dark earth, rich earth. Subterranean, inter-earth energies. And a lot of the surface earth energies move around, are impacted by human movement. So you want to really go through all that. And drink it up. Notice what's happening as you're pulling and drawing deep earth energy up. See if you can move it through the occiput into the skull and just start drawing up that earth energy right into the brain. This is their brain stem here. So your spinal column links into that central nervous system. This is your primary brain. Yeah. There you go. And then you can start feeding earth energy into your survival mind, helping it open and ground. Let go, let go. So even on that exhale, open the body, let go, release, unwind. Clearing psychological barriers, clearing body programming barriers. You use your breath to turn it up, to turn it down, speed it up, slow it down. Spinal column open, earth energy flowing up. Once you get to the top of the skull, baby soft spot, gently breathing here, blooming it open, and then like a whale. My friend Kim was telling me that whale spouts, depending on the whale, have different shapes that shoot out of their spouting. And so use your imagination and whatever shape of earth energy comes spouting out the top of the head, then let it rain 360 degrees around the body and bring some more earth energy, helping stabilize the human body. I looked at high frequency electromagnetic fields that have been impacting our health and well-being. Drink the earth energy up into the body. It helps re-stabilize our nervous system and come into a natural homeostasis with the planet. Deep earth, deep earth, not the surface. There's too much chaos happening in the surface layers. You want to go deeper. Beautiful. There you go. And just take a little earth energy bath or shower here. Spinal column open, roots open. You can pulse your perineum every now and then or continuously. Now that your earth energy is flowing, go ahead and ripple out and link into the earth grid. Link into the earth grid. I can hear the morning songbirds. I can feel the cool air coming through my window. You are a part of this. That is your song. That is your breath. Our bodies are part of this planet. So as you're pulsing and reaching out, feel the earth reaching back in. Earth frequencies. Any sounds that come, let them. Any emotions that rise, let them. I am the earth. I am the earth. Let's remember where we borrowed these bodies from. We have borrowed them from the planet. Thank you, sweet earth, for this body. Okay, let's keep that flow running, and I'm going to share some more. We're just going to keep building. Class 2, we're just going to keep building. Just going to keep growing here. All right. I'm going to talk about stations of awareness. What does that mean? Station of awareness is, where am I stationed in my body? Where am I stationed? Right? So am I in my body? Am I stationed in my heart? Am I stationed in my pineal gland? Am I stationed in my genitals? Where am I stationed? Where am I stationed? Docking stations. I also call them docking stations or stations of awareness. I love to dock in my heart space, but sometimes my heart is tender and it's just sore, and there's a lot of emotions there, especially in the surface layers. So sometimes I dock in my pineal gland, or my third eye, or my seventh, and that provides an emotional neutrality to my experience. If I'm in an argument or a discussion or a challenge, I might drop my docking if I feel really reactive, or triggered. I might drop deeper down into my body, into my solar plexus here. It's a place of power struggle. And I find the more I go down and dock down into my body, depending on why, I'm starting to leave my spiritual layers of docking. I love layers of docking. If I haven't weaved the stations in, then I can really embed myself in the station. So if I'm feeling reactive, it's just an example. If I'm feeling reactive or triggered in my third of my solar plexus, please remember that as we go through class, at the end of class, the systems I'm using, which is like chakra system or toroid system, all those things eventually, we don't need them anymore. We're using them as scaffolding, using them as a system, and then we also learn to let all systems go. Right now, we're using them as scaffolding to support living awareness of the inner technologies available to our spirit in our body. Great. And so as we go down, I find that the energy gets quite a bit more primal. And if it's a defense mechanism that I'm moving into, just and then I get low and I might be in a real deep survival reaction phase, and my station of awareness is in my solar plexus, then it's in my sacral area, then it's in my primal root, and my whole survival mind is saying, fight or flight originally. I mean, now we have the ability to pretend. And my whole spine just contracts and my energy contracts, and I'm in a primal frequency. So I don't have access to very many codes. I have access to my survival codes. So I always remind myself if I'm starting to get caught up in emotions, in emotional response. Emotions are beautiful, they're teachers and guides, but we also have to be mindful of, are we letting that emotion take over our reality? Are we creating reality based on hurt or based on fear, based on anger, based on bliss? I mean, we don't have to polarize here either. Sometimes we attach to really beautiful emotions. And eventually in class, we also work on practicing non-duality. And one of the best ways to maintain neutrality is to take the elevator. I've had a lot of great teachers in my life. Take the elevator up from wherever you're experiencing that emotional reaction and come up the docking station, up, go into the seventh, go into your pineal gland. This is your space of. So just practice that right now. Inside, these are our internal docking stations. Travel down, travel up. And so you can also heal and amplify or raise the vibration of the docking stations inside the body so that your root isn't as violent anymore. So the more you transform inside of your body, the higher the frequency naturally unfolds in the docking stations within the body. Hopefully, this is making sense. I've done a number of years of this work, and once I had a whole 7-layer docking station system fall out of my body, and what was my eighth chakra up here, the rainbow body, the soul star came down. So it was like I was traveling in my axis, that central axis that we talked about yesterday. All of a sudden that central axis moved, or my body went up, or the axis, I don't even know. There's no such thing as direction. And my eighth chakra became my root chakra. And then all of a sudden, the docking stations inside of my body had evolved to higher stations of awareness within. So again, the more we practice, these are internal docking stations. We also have, I'm going to talk a little bit about these external docking stations, 6, 7 here. we're going to look at also traveling. So breathe into your heart space right now. Let go of your exploration of docking stations. Be in the heart space, dock in the heart for a moment, if you can, docking in the heart station. Use your breath. And remember, as you go throughout your day, if you're feeling triggered or reactive or emotionally overwhelmed, take the elevator. Take the elevator. You're still going to feel what you're feeling, but you can support yourself through it by taking the elevator. Helps release attachment to the experience and any desired outcome based on an ego contraction. Beautiful. Now imagine stretching. So stay docked in the heart space. Now stretch up, staying anchored here in the heart. All these are little exercises. All of these are just little exercises. And stretch through your crown. Go through your seventh chakra and into your eighth. Beep. It's also known as the soul star. It's a place where your rainbow body can coalesce. And using your breath, yesterday we played with drinking in the sun. So imagine, sense, feel your relationship to the sun, our central star, and start pouring the sunlight into your eighth, the docking station of the eighth. So even though you're docked in the heart, practice also being docked in the eighth at the same time. Yes. Again, the more you practice, the stronger you get. There it is. And then coalesce and let the diamond and liquid rainbow plasma from the sun overflow on that eighth and pour down around the body, in and through the body. And so you can actually walk around on the earth with your spine open, your relationship to nature flowing and strong. Right? Pulse that perineum every now and then. Be grounded into the heart space in all directions. And be streaming in your rainbow body consciousness at the same time. So now we practice being stationed in more than one dock at a time. But at first, we need to know what it feels like to be in each one. So it's really foundational. Beautiful. So start to notice now, can I be in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and in my earth relation at the same time? So see if you can multi-dock. Don't push it. Ask for ease. Action follows intention. And just notice if some docking stations are more easily accessible than others. So you want to take a look at the ones that are hiding or moving sideways or don't want to participate or whatever is happening for you. And gently coach and encourage them to come into presence. So very often they're just hiding or contracting because there's a voice, an imprint, or a memory there that is feeling unsafe or uncomfortable. Use your breath. Stream compassion, self-compassion, self-love. And just start to coach and gently encourage any docking stations inside of your body to be open and receptive to the rainbow frequencies pouring through your being. But it is safe to receive the energy of your divine presence in your body. Use your breath, gently coach, gently coach. And if it doesn't go into an axial alignment right away, don't worry about it. It's the beginning. Some of you are full on, all docking stations open, wide, and flowing. And some of you have hiding stations, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. And if you can hear the birds where you are, let their song support you. You're not alone in this, even though we are the only ones that can heal ourselves. We have allies, we have friends, we have support systems that love us and are reaching towards us. That bird song, that breeze, that starlight. Also encouraging and supporting your ability to be in your body at this time. Nice. Travel into your heart temple and really amplify it. Notice what you're learning. Notice how you're feeling inside of your body. Phew. Move as you need to move, stretch as you need to stretch. I'm going to share my screen now for my favorite science video. The Taurus. It's a bit outdated and I love it. So, here we go. Here we go.
We've been considering a single torus here. One of the wonderful things about a torus is that it's open at the center. And being open at the center, it can connect with the entire universe. And that means another torus can be right here beside it. And center to center, there's no problem, torus, to connect. So, you and I, center to center, very distinct, different beings, but center to center, through consciousness, we intimately can connect. And that's the same, we can connect with the entire universe. The human heart is now documented as the strongest generator of both electrical and magnetic fields in the body. Now, this is important because we've always been taught that the brain is where the action is. The brain has an electrical field, it does have a magnetic field, but they're relatively weak compared to the heart. The heart is about 100 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger, 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. And the reason this is important is because the physical world as we know it is made of those two fields of energy, electrical and magnetic fields of energy, electromagnetic fields. Our own physics books now tell us if we can change either the magnetic field of an atom or the electrical field of the atom, by doing that, we literally change that atom. We change the stuff that our bodies in this world are made of. And it appears now that the human heart is designed to do both, to change both the electrical field and the magnetic field of our bodies and our world. And they do so in response to the emotions that we create between our heart and our brain. These hormonal dynamics are visible at various scales. One of them is at the galactic level, which are huge spinning structures with billions of stars in it. Looks like typically big arms of galaxies spinning around, and they have vortices that goes from the center out to the edge of the galactic halo that surrounds them. Stars move from this galactic disk out to the halo, down the vortices, and back out again. Stars like Arcturus, for instance, we know have done that path already. That's the appropriate description even for the atmosphere of our planet.
The weather goes from the North Pole down to the equator and then back up, from the South Pole up to the equator and then back down. Even the dynamics on the surface of the sun are very similar. Of course, here we're looking at it from an external perspective on a small scale model. When you look at the solar system, the galaxy, embedded in cluster, embedded in the supercluster, we're traveling this boundless sea of infinite forest.
There it is, my friends. The power of the electromagnetic field. So, class one, we talked about systems of power and control and different ways in which our reality can be manipulated. And so we just want to be aware of every time our phone updates, every time they turn the dial up on the satellite system, it generates a field of in an invisible field that our bodies are constantly experiencing, which keeps it in a state of chaos. So it's so important to claim your spine and link into the universe through the field of chaos that is constantly shifting around our bodies so that we can claim a level of homeostasis and non-reactivity within ourself, within our being. So just be mindful of what's happening. Okay? We're going to talk about the sense perceptions now. Torus field awareness. Thank you. We will be using that for an activity right near the end of class. Breathing back onto your spinal column, noticing how you're traveling up and down through your spine, creating your own torus field in and around the body. You can go in both directions. Claiming your own electromagnetic frequency in the universe. Docking station was, okay, the simulated EMFs that we're being bombarded with and constantly being turned up with expand into the atmosphere of our planet. And so docking station awareness needs to go beyond that. I like to go to the sun. And so see if you can be in your heart space and a docking station awareness in the sun. From here, we call it the solar body. I like to call this our solar body. So you can imagine from your human heart, the center of the sun is a whole body of awareness, a whole body of conscious awareness that you can feel in your human body. So imagine what your solar body feels like and knows in relationship to reality. Just use your breath, infuse every cell in your body with your solar frequency. Now travel into your skull, a place where a number of our sense perceptions hang out. Human sensory docking stations in the skull. We've got them all over our bodies, of course, the skin, the genitals, ability to feel, to touch through the whole body. And here we've got the eyes in the skull, the nose, the ears, the mouth, the tongue. We're breathing, things we smell, things we hear, things we see, all stationed in the skull. Direct link into the brain. So for me, I'm just putting my hands on my skull to help me feel it. I'm going to travel into my skull. I'm going to imagine, sense, feel going into my eyes. So let's travel into your eyes. You can have them open or closed. I recommend not looking at the screen for this. Look outside. And travel into your eyes and use your breath to cleanse them. Our eyes are spheres. They're greatly designed for seeing torus energy fields, also spherical in nature, planetary spheres, star spheres, galactic halo sphere. Right, so the eyes are shaped like planets, like stars. And we've been more and more spending time on two-dimensional, slightly three-dimensional. Sometimes the screen is very thin, rectangular devices, which is challenging for our eyes. So if you want to, go ahead and breathe into the eyes and just start clearing rectangles, black rectangles, out of the eyes, out of your immediate space around your body, out of the optic nerve traveling to the brain. Notice if you have any screen imprints from the eyes to the mind to the brain and clear them out. Invite instead the solar system inside. Let your body move as it needs to. And now reset the eyes in spherical by nature. I like to imagine often that I have laser beams coming out of the tips of my fingers, especially when I'm working on myself or others. And it's just like it's different colors at different times. So right now I'm going to take my fingers, my thumb and my pointer and my middle finger like this, and I'm going to let the laser beams come out, and I'm going to point them towards my eyes, and I'm just going to make circles and just recircle my eyes. So as I'm doing this, I'm just clearing off any structures, and I can really feel it travel right into the back of my eyeball. And it's breaking up any stuck energy here. And as it breaks it all up, then I'm going to use my fingertips now as magnets, and I'm going to pull the energy out, and I'm going to throw it out. And now I'm inviting the liquid golden light of the sun and the stars in through the eyes, cleansing and washing, purifying. My eyes are mine, my ears are mine. My nose is mine, my mouth is mine. Let's claim all your sense perceptions. Now, the sense perceptions are also pathways for the divine to enter us. So, as much as we go out with our senses and receive information from our senses, it's fun to practice that the sense perceptions are also pathways for the divine or for creation to enter us. That's just even the idea of something entering us can bring something up for you. But all the time, whether we're aware of it or not, the body is receiving information and being penetrated by invisible electromagnetic fields. So you want to have access to what you're actually allowing into your body and into your sense perceptions. And so here we play with your own idea of what the divine is, what creation force is, whatever God is, whatever love is, whatever you want to use there. And now look out the window or look at a plant or look at your room, look at your hands, and imagine that it's not just you seeing the tree in the wind, but it's also the divine seeing through you. And whatever we're experiencing, it's also the divine experiencing through you. Whatever you hear, whatever you smell, whatever you taste, whatever you feel, all these sense perceptions are also being experienced by the force of creation through you. And there is no separation. Again, it depends on your belief system. There's no separation between you and the divine. And so here we practice showing up as the master, human and divine, holding space for all of our human experiences as a divine being at the same time, human also divine. Experience every experience, everything we hear, even if we're like, ah, that was terrible, or ooh, that was so beautiful. And then if it becomes overwhelming for the human body, which is also the planetary body, expand to your solar body awareness to help hold space for the human experience. Doesn't mean go live there in your docking station awareness, because we have to be in our bodies to be able to manifest that level of wisdom on surface through our bodies. Our bodies themselves are electromagnetic bodies, and we get to choose what we're streaming in. We get to choose how we're allowing our sensory input to guide, support, or contract, and you'll be able to notice, what am I experiencing right now? How is my ego experiencing this? Am I contracting? What can I do to give myself permission to stay open and flowing in the higher frequency, being fully embodied, even if it's uncomfortable? Then we move to the sensorium or synesthesia, where we can see what we're hearing. So I will travel now to your ears. You can close your eyes for this one. Travel to your ears. What do you hear in the room? What can you hear just outside? If you're outside already, go like 30 feet out. What can you hear 300 feet away, radius in all directions? And then notice if you can see what you are hearing. Now you get to practice seeing with your ears and hearing with your eyes. When all the sense perceptions start to work as one, no longer separate, we call that synesthesia, the sensorium. And it's a very powerful tool because our sense perceptions elicit emotions. And then, depending on how strong you are in working with the emotional bodies, action follows intention. And the more powerful an emotion you're experiencing with that intention, the stronger the electromagnetic field you're generating within to attract a reality, to manifest. We have to be in our bodies to be able to access our sense perceptions. And more practicing our ability to weave them together to reclaim subtle energy experience. I mean, I remember being like, oh, you're too imaginative, or you're too sensitive, or yeah, you're too vulnerable. We're actually designed as a technology, human technology, to be sensual beings and for our sense perceptions to weave together, to have a beautiful, blissful experience in the water, in the wind, hugging a tree, petting a dog, riding a horse, eating delicious food, being with a true lover. We're designed for that level of loving touch and experience. We also don't want to become attached or addicted to that either, because it creates ego personalities and contractions. And can we be neutral with every experience we're feeling right now? And also as a species on the mass conscious scale, we can experience subtly or grossly what others are experiencing, what they're going through in different areas of the world. High level empathy. And so show up as the master, not just for yourself, but for all humanity and also for the planet. As a solar being, you can show up for all life on Earth. We've got about 2 minutes left, which is perfect for this next activity. Keep your sensorium active and moving, flowing 360 degrees in all directions. You might notice if you practice this outside of class that you have blockages, trauma memories in your eyes, in your ears, where you've had to shut down or hide away or don't want to, right? And so you get to do that. You get to travel back into your body and reclaim your eyes and reclaim your ability to hear, to speak, to feel, to taste, to explore sensual pleasure on our planet. That you can do. Feel it, don't become it. Find your docking stations of awareness that will help you support you to cleanse and purify and learn from the experience as the divine would do. And then redirect your electromagnetic frequency to manifest something different than the pattern of trauma that keeps showing up, challenge or suffering or whatever that is. Okay? Use your breath now, bringing our awareness back into the spinal column. Body is a sacred site. Following the breath in through the nostrils. Activating hollow spinal column. And so that consciousness of the universe can flow through us. For me, heart space is that center point. Heart space is that individuating. Right? So let's bring that torus energy flow coming up the spine and out around the body, donut shaping it. Today, let it be that beautiful, dark, rich earth energy. Deep, 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 deep. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Notice your sense perceptions. Claim them, let them weave into the nervous system. Eyes open, eyes closed. Now, holding that earth energy, body moving, flowing open. Start drawing in from above, probably from the sun or beyond if you want to. Liquid plasma energy and through the eighth and through your soul star, overlighting, pouring into, drenching the body, rainbow light frequency. Let it mix and blend with that dark earth energy flowing through the body. So let's create a torus field going in the opposite direction using that cosmic field, mixing and blending, spiraling and merging with the earth field that's traveling up the spine and going in the other direction. They work together. They create a fusion technology inside of our beings. The more you flow it, the more you can own it. The more you can own it. Now let's bring that earth and cosmic energy deeper into the body. Let's travel to the pineal gland. Let's do a double torus, the earth energy and cosmic energy. And through the pineal, Amplify 360. Bring it down into the heart space. Earth torus, rainbow cosmic field torus, plasma liquid light, and through the heart space, blending, merging, amplifying through the heart space. Remember the power of the heart. Amplify, 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 manifest from here. Flow it down into your genital system, earth energy, torus, and through the pelvis, liquid plasma, rainbow light in through the pelvis, mixing, blending. Combine the triple temple, pineal heart genital system, full sacred site activation. Keep flowing inside the body and to the cellular levels. So you could, let's start with every organ. I got 37 or something like that. I could be wrong. Breathing in there. Maybe more. Maybe. Y'all can correct me. Into every organ inside the body, amplifying to a double torus field for every organ in the body. Intention, action follows intention. For me, I'm setting the intention for whole system health, whole system health, whole system health. Feel, sense, acknowledge, see, hear your organs getting stronger, brighter, healthier, moving, working, weaving together through the beautiful fascia body, flowing now into an awareness of your cells on a cellular level. Every cell inside your body, double torus field. Every cell inside your body, double torus field. This actually can also shape the codes inside your DNA, can clear any energy that is manufactured out of your DNA and just activate, reclaim your cosmic and planetary, as the earth is also a cosmic body, genetic codes, highest health, wisdom, and well-being, and then travel deep into the cell. Let's go to the mitochondria. Sacred, beautiful mitochondria, love you, bless you, fill it with that earth energy. Double torus, fill the mitochondria with that liquid plasma light. Amplify. And one more quick blast in through the bone marrow, place where we generate new cellular structures. You have a new body that is being created right now through this class and these teachings in whatever way you design it. So let's find your own way to embed your wisdom into your bone marrow. There you go. And feel inside of your body also becomes a chrysalis of your evolved state over and over and over again and again and again. Radiate 360 degrees. Bless this earth with your presence, the bird song, the breeze. So feed it back. Feed it back. As much as we've been fed in this last hour, feed it back with gratitude and acknowledgement of your divine essence, the master here on earth, manifesting high frequency realities, docking station in love, wherever that is to you, whatever that is for you. Honoring each of us in the pod today. Those of you who are coming in on the recording, bless you, love you, gratitude, humbleness, encouragement, togetherness. The more we come together, the stronger our collective body becomes. And there are many of us around this earth and throughout all creation. A collective avatar of high frequency awareness being made manifest here in 3D through our cells now in this moment. Humbly bow to each of you as the master, as the creation force. Bless you on your journeys today. I'll see you in 23 hours. I love you.